Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. On today's podcast episode, we have a young South Asian entrepreneur who has a few social media platforms that display different forms of art. He's extremely talented, gifted in his craft, and most importantly, humble. Dinard, also better known as Hektickz. Welcome.
Wow.
What introduction.
Girl, I need your autograph. Like, come on.
As soon as COVID's over.
Yes,
I don't know why you're the one that's asking for mine. I should be asking for yours.
Wow. No, it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate you for even like asking me to be a part of this. And you told me, I was just like, oh.
You're like, who, me?
I'm like, I'm cool. Wow, word. Okay.
I actually want to bring that up too. Like, it was actually so nice. I was telling Vidishan this too.
Yeah.
It was actually genuinely so nice of you, like, to even consider it, right? Because I contacted you at a time where like I didn't have anything up. I don't even think I created the page either. I just told you my idea, and you're like, yo, that sounds epic. You're like, I'm planning on like continuing like whatever you have. You have the Hektickz mind right now too.
Right. So with that, like even right now for that, I haven't posted since like September. It's been a while. I can't lie. Yeah. But like it's because like for me, if I had to post on that page, because it's more towards like I guess motivating others too and like helping people out too. So I guess like with that, plus it was like a tough time throughout the year because of COVID. Right. So I was more focused on like personal stuff and work and all the other stuff too. So yeah, it's just been a hassle. And like people have asked me like, yo, when are you posting the Hektickz Mind soon? I'm just like, oh, word. I'm like, oh, right. I'm like, I forgot about that page, right?
Still there, it's hanging in.
But there will be some content very soon on that, so hopefully people will stay tuned for that.
Before all that, I wanted to bring up a funny conversation. So,
you know, someone tells me that, I'm just like.
No, it's on me. It's on me. It has nothing.
Okay. I'm like, my monitor's gonna fly right now.
No. You're good. No. So what I was gonna say was when I first reached out to you, I was like, okay, like let me get your number so that I can call you, like whatever. But then I didn't know what to save your name as. I was like, should I save it as Hektickz? Should I save it as Janarth? Whatever. So I'm like, okay, let me just save it as Hektickz. And I told you that, and you're like, what did you say?
I was like, my name's right on the bio. Why didn't you just like add that? Like, and I was just like, girl, it's like right there.
You're like, it's right here.
Right there. Like it's not Logan Aden.
Okay, so just to start off, tell us a little bit about yourself. Just give us a brief introduction to the platform that you created.
Okay, so whoever's watching this and that doesn't know me, so my name is Janarth, obviously. I'm a content creator and a freelancer photographer based in Toronto for the past like 5-6 years now. For me to even like be the position I am right now, to be honest with you, it's like it wasn't something that I even aimed for myself. I literally just like followed what I did and I just did what I like to do, and like it just got me to where I am today. And you might see me as a videographer soon too. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh.
Like I want to get to like weddings too eventually.
Right.
But at the same time, like I told myself, okay, like if I don't want to be labeled as just like someone that just does weddings, you know, someone that just only conducts weddings and like freelance events, because I feel like I have more of a creative mindset compared to like just doing weddings and videos and whatnot too, right? So like I'm trying to get into different industries like music, fashion, even like small things like product photography, real estate, and all these type of things too. Mainly I would say music and fashion, because I'm really into music, and like music has changed my life in so many ways.
I know we were talking about like how like you kind of just fell into it kind of thing, but was it a hobby from before, or was it like a push from your friends or family to pursue it?
I honestly, it's just like a hobby. Like I just like, I don't know, because like before I used to post like random things. Like I was just had to be like, yo, my friend brought cereal to school for lunch, like bruh, full stuff, like dumb stuff like that.
Right.
Now I'm like, hold on, let me just take pics of like random stuff I see, anything random, anything I find that's beautiful. I kept going forward, and then of course like that's when, and then I realized, like, when I saw a camera first time in my life, like in person, I was like, oh my god, you know. Like, so when I saw that, I was like, wow, this is so. First of all, I held it. I was like, yo, bro, this is huge.
What was your first camera?
So the camera I own right now is actually my first camera. But so that's the Canon 80D. For photographers and videographers that are out there watching this, I'm pretty sure you guys know what it is. It's not full frame, it's crop, unfortunately, but still does justice.
Crop frames do justice as well. Like
it does, but like I'm trying to upgrade it now to full frame, because once I get to that, then I'm like, okay, I can go like this, like, you know.
Literally,
like,
I know. But honestly, like for a Canon 80, like a Canon 80D for your first camera is pretty amazing.
Yeah, actually, but the first ever camera I've actually like used like to learn off was the T3i. It was a Rebel. So I did a lot of things back in the day growing up, and I kind of gave up on them for certain reasons. Right. So I had those regrets. But with this now, I'm like, you know what? It's going somewhere. Let me just try. Let's just keep going with it. And
right.
Yeah, and then the day I hit 10K on my Instagram, I was like,
like, this is definitely going somewhere.
Yeah, I was shook. I was in a class in Ryerson, and I saw it. Like, I just saw it on my phone. I'm like, are you drunk today? Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I had to watch my eyes like that same day. I'm like, I'm gonna check one more time. Okay, check it again. When I saw 10K, I was like, how the hell? Like, yeah, that's crazy.
There was this like, I actually just posted it on my page too. There's this quote that Humble the Poet says. He says,
I love the guy.
Yeah, he's first of all, like, I have one of his books. He has another book out, and it's a really good read. Yeah. But he says, you can do everything. Sorry, you can do anything, but not everything.
Everything, right? Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not lying. When I read that, I was like,
it literally like sparked something in my head, because it's whatever you're passionate about that you have to actually put in, right? So yes, of course, like when you're growing up, you may be trying like 2 or 3 things that might not work out, but that's just because you didn't find what's meant for you yet. Just like how you said, the law of attraction.
Honestly, like, whoever's watching this video too, like, I highly advise you, like, don't like, whether you're starting off right now or like you've been doing it for a couple like years now, whatnot too, like, especially with the whole lockdown, I know it's kind of tough right now, and like, you know, for people to really go out and pursue their own like dream or passion, whatnot too. At the end of the day, like, I feel like there's always some sort of alternative to work out. So whatever you can find, try to work with that for now. And just don't stop it too, because at the end of the day, like, when you honestly stop something what you really love to do, you're gonna have the regret for the rest of your life, and it sucks. So fun fact, growing up, before even getting into photography, I did swimming, so I was a swimmer. I was also a dancer, actually.
No way.
My inspiration for dance was I'm pretty sure you heard about the group. It's called the Jabberwockies. They wore like white masks. Yes, those guys were
just amazing.
Like, yeah, those guys were OG, and they were like, their style was so unique. You know, so like seeing things like that again, I'm like, you know, if only really continued from that time to now, I would have done it. The reason why I stopped actually was because in our community events, we do like every programs and whatnot too. So for one of the programs, for Diwali actually, I was supposed to perform. That one time, I remember that day, I was not feeling well. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna knock out for a bit. I swear to God, knocked out for a bit, wake back up, and I'm in a hospital bed. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, exactly, right? I'm like, wait, what? And then I see some doctor right next to me. I'm like, bruh. I asked, like, what happened? Why am I here? And then like they told me apparently. So I didn't know until like when I got back to the hall that everyone asked like if I was okay and whatnot too. Then my brother came up to me. He told me like, "Yo, you had a seizure." I'm like, "What?"
Oh shoot!
Yeah, I was grade 5. I was a kid, right? So I was just like, so like that's the reason why I left dance, because that, like, what if that happens to me again, the seizure? It's just that risk of just getting that just got to me, and I just left it.
So you were speaking about like what's it called, like working with other people, like solely people asking you asking them to like work with like photography and stuff too. You work with so many talented individuals. So like Rushni, we talked about Rushni. She is so skilled. Such a young person as well, which is why it's like mind blowing to me.
Shout out to Rushni, girl. If you're watching this, I can't wait for you to glow in the future, because your talent is surreal.
Yeah.
At the age of 18, and if, like, I see that, I'm wondering, like, when I was 18, I went to school. I didn't do anything. I I
don't even know if I went to school, you know, like.
For real. Or I just get yelled at by my mom every day, like where are you? I'm like,
yeah, class.
My class is done. At club somewhere.
Mom, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so you work with Shabine, Sam. Yeah, so like basically my question is, how far into posting your photography did you actually get like these requests to do photo shoots for people and stuff?
It's like it's like a bit of both, but at the same time, I feel like when you want to get your name out there as like even like in any sort of like content creating aspect, you really have to really put yourself out there and like ask people like, hey, do you want to do this and that or whatnot too?
Right.
You know, like it's not always about like people coming to you and not going to really be like, hey, I want this and that. If you have nothing to offer, you have barely anything to show, people coming to you will be a very low chance. Like Shabine, for example, like so he reached out to me. He's such a dope dude. Like I know a lot of people know him from his TikToks, and like his TikToks are hilarious. First of all,
so funny. I literally
I didn't even know he did TikTok. I knew him first because of his brand and whatnot too. Then he told me like, go check out my TikTok, right? I'm like, oh, okay. So once I saw one day and like the stuff he posted, I'm like, what the?
He's hilarious. He names his plants, he names his fish. Like I literally die.
I even had like requests from like random people asking if you want to get verified on Instagram and whatnot too, from like not just once but like a few times. And like I even tried one time too. I'm like, let me just give it a shot. Let's just see what's up. You know, like, but they're like, yeah, you need to put more out there. I'm like,
I mean, you did recently get a shout out from Tim Hortons, so
that was crazy. Shout out to Madurshan, first of all. He was with me that day. So just
he was a hand model.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Like it's kind of a cool picture. Let's just take Tim Hortons. Why not? And then yeah, they actually commented. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like you go into Tim Hortons, you're like, can I get a coffee? $2. Do you know who I am?
Actually, a lot of my life or a lot of things that I do in my work was based off like it was very inspired by music. Like even the Hektickz Mind. So that page. So for those of you who don't know what the Hektickz Mind is, it's a third page of mine, and basically I created this page to help people with certain struggles throughout their lives. So with like mental health, just self-love, what else, like outsourcing, relationships, whatever like struggle people have dealt with throughout their times. Like I did like discussions. I even had like different like guests on certain topics and whatnot too.
You know, like I was going through those videos, and like yes, the videos with the guests are informative, and they speak a lot about like self-care and all about that as well. But these are two of my favorite videos that I have out, and it's just you speaking. It's literally just speaking your mind. It's one of them is called Stop Chasing, Start Leading, and then the other one is called Validation from Who.
First of all, the Stop Chasing, Start Leading one. I think that was like my fourth video. I think. Yeah,
it was an earlier video.
Yeah. Like I'll give you an example. I was talking to a specific like individual a few days ago. She's a singer too, and I won't say her name, but
okay.
So one of them was telling me like, you know, like Jenna, I feel like I'm in a hot mess right now. Like I do my thing, I go back up, but then I go back down and I lose motivation sometimes. I don't know what to do. Another girl was telling me like I'm trying to be consistent, but at the same time I don't want to feel annoyed. You know, like I feel like annoying me with the covers and all that stuff too. I'm like, listen up, all right? No one's gonna really care about you at all throughout your life, other than mostly yourself. That's like a straight fact, and I tell anyone out there. Like, it is what it is, and of course you're gonna have support from your friends and families and your loved ones in general, no matter what. That's gonna be there for, like, as always. But if you really want to just continue to be happy and do what you gotta do, you really need to be a little bit selfish and just do what you gotta do for yourself.
Exactly. Like it's important to support others, and also like I want to bring up the fact that the word selfish doesn't mean that you have to like we said before, put others down or weigh other people down in order for you to come up. No, like grow together, right? Like there's
exactly the point.
I want to thank you so much for being on this podcast. And it wasn't even like a hesitation. Like you literally just said, yeah, sure, I'm down. Like you just asked for like what the podcast is about, and then you said I'm down. So thank you for trusting me to begin with. For people that are seeing this right now, I hope you guys learned a little bit more into like the background of Hektickz.
Whoever watched this, first of all, I appreciate it. And if you have not subbed to HTV, please go do that. Follow her page, check it out. She's a dope vibe, and she's also a dancer and photographer on the side. You can check that out on her personal too, because she's dope. She's a vibe.
Thank you everyone for watching. Again, like he said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
That was so terrible. Listen, whoever says anything was terrible, okay, shut up your mouth.